Yo! Hello YouTube, this is mrkiko, and I'm going to show you how to make a cool ninja sword. On today's video, I'm going to teach you how to make this cool ninja sword. Here's the handle, as you can see. I'm grabbing onto it. It goes down here. This sword, I would say, is about 3 feet, 4 feet. It is painted silver, but those are optional things, both the color and the size of it. So the things I used to make this sword, yeah, I know the cover could be a bit better, but it is good for a cheap movie. The things I used were duct tape, paper, and a wooden piece of wood. Uh, just like this when it's undone. See, it still has the price tag right there. Just a piece of wood. You can use any types of wood. One which I found works okay, I guess. It's a bear good paint mixer. I found this one, and this is one of the big ones. Usually they come and they're smaller and thinner. This one, as you can see, is pretty thick, and I've already drawn the lines for it just to make into a small sword. This works as a backup sword for a movie, not the main sword. Depends how small the person who is playing that is. Not in any offense to people who are not of individual size. So all you need to do, truthfully, is get the sword, get the design first. Don't start. I did this and it sort of messed up the sword. It's think about it first before you start making the actual sword. Don't just make it as you go along. Have a little plan down as if you just want a katana, which is the type of sword I made, a simple katana, or a Chinese sword, or any type of sword from anything really. You can make anything that you want with wood, and hot glue is a pretty good instrument. So what you need to do is find yourself a piece of wood. About 1 centimeter is the thickness required to make it, but not too large so you can sand it down easily. And what you have to do is you have to draw a little line to make the tip. After that, you have to cut it, which will look like this. You can juice dent sand down the whole thing, which will make it look really nice, especially because of these. Yes, these are the grooves inside of the wood, so I would recommend sanding it down first before actually spray painting it or coloring it in any way. Sanding it down completely, and after you're done sanding it, you can start spray painting it. A thing I would recommend is finding out the size and start working with something like this. Is what I used to make the cover. Little notes like these, you can find them at Staples. I used ones that do not have any lines and that they are a bit bigger than usual ones. If you use those, all you do is you grab them, you put them around, you cover it, and then you can choose to duct tape it at that certain area or put another one and duct tape those two together. And eventually what you will get is a done one, but while it's still on work, it will look like this. Still, you can see, you guys can probably see through that. It's like this. These are just, as you can see, papers inside. Make sure not to put too many papers in one layer, or else the sword will get stuck. That is what happened to my second one, which I made, which it was a bit sloppy, so the sword ended up getting stuck, and I did have to cut this cover. So just be careful with the cover. The cover is it is the hardest step to do. Now, cutting the actual thing, I would recommend a saw, not a hand saw though. An electric drill might work. If you use a Dremel, that would work fine. I cut mine in wood shop using parental guidance. Please have that. And that's basically what I used. And these swords are great for cheap movies. They are great for if you just want them for Halloween. But do be careful, because when you are out in the street, and some people may not know it, and you do realize that it's fake, but some people might be afraid of it, especially police or other people. Just be careful what you guys do with the sword. We are not responsible for any misuses of the sword. Next video on Mr. Kiko's Ninja Week will be the costume, which will be very recently done. If the videos are not close to each other, I apologize for that. And I will see you next time on Mr. Kiko's channel. Bye.